Boobies, 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 boobies. Boobies, boobies. Boobies, boobies. Okay. I just got the word that Eric is getting ready to start the show. So I want to thank you for joining me here tonight. I have to be very, very quiet because a lot of my minions are sleeping and I don't want to wake them up. Okay. Amanda, I got bad news for you. You're going to die today from the coughing. And I'm going to see you later on because I know that you stuck your dildos into a dog. So you're going to go to hell for that. Just want to let you know. Okay, well, you guys, I thank you for listening to the Devil Podcast. And enjoy the Eric Saint Show, okay? Andrea, I've got an explanation for you. I'll answer that question for you. The devil will. Eric Saint will, hang on.
Hey, this is Blue State Rob, and you're listening to the Eric Zane Show podcast, a show hosted by a liberal Republican whose ancestry dates back to the small country of Armenia and fueled by bouts of anxiety and adult attention hyperactivity disorder, also known as ADHD. It's not the best, but still better than radio. Anyway, here's your host, Eric Zane.
This is Jimmy Stinson from beautiful Portland, Maine. Thank you, and welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. Right away, I need to take care of this explanation until everybody gets up to speed. Now, for the longest time, the show was available on Facebook and YouTube and all this stuff, and then I pushed it on over to Twitch. Now, truth be told, I had the option to do what I'm doing today like months ago, but did I ever do it? No. Would that have helped me? Yes. Did I do it? No. So what I'm describing to you, what I'm getting to is the show starts each and every day on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. But I also have it right now on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, and it's like the first handful of minutes. And then I just toggle a couple of things, and then it leaves there. And before I do that, I say, hey, if you want the rest of the free podcast, you must go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Some folks are like, well, wait a minute now. Twitch, I'm part of Twitch. What's going on? Why is it on Facebook now? So that's how I'm doing it. Just another way to kind of spread the word about your old pal Eric Zane, because as you know, the Twitch community, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, I've asked you to follow it, and I've asked you to subscribe to it. And subscribing to it requires you link up either an Amazon Prime account, and that's for free if you have Amazon Prime. Or if you want to subscribe to it, you're actually paying money. You're like, well, why would I do that? It's a free podcast. I agree with you. But in order to use Twitch, these bastards go ahead and throw commercials at indiscriminate times, wrecking the flow of the show for you, the consumer. And they do that to make money, frankly. So you'll see a commercial for whatever, Traeger grills or some shit. I don't know. Sarah says, do these comments show up on Facebook? I don't think so. I think Facebook has their own set of comments. Let's see. Well, there's only like 2 or 3 people watching the damn thing, so it doesn't really matter. They're going to be like, what the fuck is this? Why am I wasting any amount of time here? But yeah, I think they have their own set of comments. But we're up to 5. Wow. Yeah. I'm kind of a low number show. If you haven't noticed, I've got my own little niche, I guess, is one way to describe it. But that's what's up. So welcome in. We, of course, are still in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio, smack dab in the beautiful metropolis of Hudsonville, Michigan. Boo 3304 says Facebook isn't free speech like Twitter is now. Yeah, I don't know if you want to test that yet with Twitter. I have my opinion on that is I don't care one way or the other. If Twitter suddenly says, hey, going forward, it's okay to say the N-word, I am not going to say the N-word. I've got my own little plan in place to keep myself from saying things that could be terrible. Some will encourage N-word usage on there. And I don't like that. Who would? Well, some of you might. But I can kind of play by the rules, as evidenced by a banning every month and a half on Facebook. But I don't fault Facebook for smacking me across the nose with the newspaper. I fault me. I've always felt that way. There are rules in place, and it's up to me to make sure that I try to follow those rules. Occasionally, I will screw it up and then get in trouble. But if Twitter, now that Mr. Musk owns it, if he suddenly... Oh, boy, Jason Schaefer. You just even writing that makes me cringe. Okay. And now I got to tell the story of it. Joseph Morin is a longtime running expert, Zaniac and friend. He runs 100 miles a day on occasion. I'm not even kidding you. Now, I don't run 100 miles a day, but I've run marathons, and you know about my past with triathlons. I had never heard of a piece of I'd never heard of a terminology that he used, which apparently it is a word that is used. I think it's a made-up word. But in the running community, I'm not even going to say it. It's spelled Nigle. Rhymes with wiggle. And he said that on the on the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, and we're like, what? What did you just say? He goes, oh yeah, I had a little injury. I had a little wiggle. I didn't even say it. I didn't even like saying a word that's even remotely close to that. I'm so godly afraid of that. And I'm like, what the fuck? What are you, some kind of racist there? No, that's what you call a little injury, a wiggle. I'm like, what the fuck? I've never heard of that. And as we tell the story, Amanda says, so you wouldn't say ginger? No, it doesn't sound anything like. No, shut up, okay? God. So he said that, and now it's become a running gag for that amount of time about him being a racist, but I don't think he is. Where was I? Facebook, Twitter bans. Okay, yeah, I don't. So if Twitter becomes a wild, wild west, good. That's because the boss said it can. if the boss says, I don't care what you say, and he makes it kind of like, some platform that you can quite literally say whatever you want, whatever. Who cares? Patriot Nick, well, God, you guys are really rolling the dice on the terrible terms that are just close to an awful term. If we could avoid that. I don't even know. I lost my train of thought. I know what the fuck I was going to say. Chris says it's a verb used without object. And then there's the word. Rhymes with wiggled and wiggling. To criticize, especially constantly or repeatedly in a peevish or petty way. To wiggle about the fine points of interpretation, preferring to wiggle rather than take steps to correct a situation. To spend too much time and effort on inconsequential details. Some of you like to wiggle, I guess. It's difficult to be meticulous and not wiggle. To work ineffectively, trifle. To wiggle with an uninteresting task. I don't think there's anything there about an injury, though. Kenny says, "Wiggle? Yeah, weren't you paying attention? I'm substituting the terrible word. Just shut up." All right. Yes, this show happens on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Kenny says it's confusing. No. If I say wiggle, just remove the W and put an N there. That's it. How hard can that be? That's not confusing. That's quite simple. I gave you all the context you needed. But your 3-cent head south of the Mason-Dixon line can't comprehend. That's the problem. It's not an Eric problem. It's a Kenny's brain problem. Facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Boo 3304 says just say the word. No. Do I tell you what to do? No. Well, maybe I do. Oh, my God. John Jamingo. The king of the slur. Slur King 2022. The Automod is holding this post. I will allow it. John just got a half boner with that comment right there. The Slur King of the universe. The Boomer Bunker podcast happened last night. It happens Monday at 10 a.m. and Wednesday at, 9 p.m. I can only imagine the amount of slurs that took place last night on that shit show. Anyway, I'm also on Twitter, at Eric Zane Show on Twitter, brought to you by Blue Frost IT. He says full boner. And YouTube. If you could, Eric Zane Show on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Bell notification. Brought to you by Frank Fuss, My Policy Shop Insurance. I'm at I'm still on all of my media. It's been a downward spiral. I used to have so many more people on all of those platforms, and people are just like, screw him. He's a shithead. We can't have him anymore. Unfollow. Today is a day, and then after I get done with the story, I'm going to cut the Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube audience loose. You enjoy your day, or see me on Twitch. The Deltaplex has closed. Oh, my God. That is The world famous Deltaplex, where it all went down. Where the big turning point moment for your old pal Eric Zane. Oh my God. What started out as just a simple thing turned into quite a big ordeal as I was sitting there doing my thing at the basketball game. Made a little observation, mental note in my head. Hey, I should probably talk about this on the show. And that proved to be my undoing. We all remember it. There was a news story about the closing of the Deltaplex. Let's check that out.
More tonight about the closing of the Deltaplex in Walker. The owner announced today the arena and event space would close at the end of July. News 8's Kyle Mitchell is in studio now after talking with the mayor of Walker about what could be next. Kyle?
Kyle needs to... What's up with... Something looks odd about Kyle. That looks like something peculiar. Like the coat might be a touch too small.
So the building is the home to the Grand Rapids Gold and many events.
And too much collar, too. Tie looks good.
It's unclear what the site will be used for, but there are a lot of options. As the Deltaplex...
Look at the beauty. Look at the aesthetic. Look at the aesthetic glow of the Deltaplex. I mean, not only are you surrounded by this way too big parking lot, but instead of nightlife and things to do before the big game or the pet show, you can go to this guy's house right here. Or maybe go check out the different sides of the building.
Prepares to close.
There's been a lot of neat things that have happened over the years, so we're excited for that next
Yeah, like elephant ear convention.
evolution, whatever that may be.
Gary Carey, the mayor of Walker, expects
Gary Carey.
the site to be an important part of the community, whatever happens.
I think there's it's a little bittersweet because we, if it doesn't stay an event venue, obviously that is going to have to go elsewhere within the community. The good news is we have a lot of capacity in the area and the region to be able to do that.
The mayor says the Visser brothers are in the process of buying the property. They're contractors who've worked on everything from restaurants to parks to medical buildings. But
They should rip it down, build up an entire scene where you can eat, drink, have a good time, and then build another arena. Look at, here's the Pet Expo right here. This is the big event every year that you get all the animals there. All right.
Carey says he recognizes the investment the seller has put into the space over the years.
The pandemic really took its toll financially on the operations of it.
Owner Joel Langlois sent News 8 a statement reading in part, quote, "The effect of the COVID virus on our community was devastating, and the mandated shutdown of our business for over 16 months created an extraordinary hardship." The owner of the Grand Rapids Gold, a minor league basketball team affiliated with the Denver Nuggets, says the team was already notified of the sale and is close to announcing where the team will play next season.
I already know. I already know where they're going to play, but I can't say anything.
The key is, look, we're not going anywhere, and we're very optimistic about our.
This human being, Steve Jabara, is one of my favorite people on the planet. I love this guy so much. He is one of the sweetest people you will ever know, and I am excited about the future.
Our announcement. So give us about a week, and we'll. I think we'll bring a lot of excitement with it. I think everybody will be happy and not that surprised when they hear kind of what's going on.
Mayor Carey is confident the site will be in good hands and said the city is very familiar with the company, which has many projects in the area.
Yeah, look at the beauty. I mean, how will we do without playing the game with these Mario Brothers tubes on the wall? How, I mean, seriously.
City knows how they operate. We know how they operate. And we're just excited that somebody that's a trusted business partner of the city is going to be the new owners of that.
We reached out to the Visser brothers for more information about the company's plan and haven't heard back.
So there you go. The Deltaplex is no more. No, truth be told, Joel and I, we have no problem with each other. The jokes that I just threw out there are just that, jokes. The same jokes that I threw out 6 years and a bunch of months ago. Oh, God. Never forget that. Hey, Russ Hines. Hey, what's up? And I always try to, like, yeah, what? This is the GM. Joel's gonna be mad. He's gonna be mad there. Oh boy, he's gonna be mad as a hornet. Why? What are you talking about? You made fun of his pants. I'm gonna hear from him later on. Okay. Are you serious? Oh yeah. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be ugly. Oh, all right. Sure enough, Joel calls. Yeah, I don't like him making fun of my pants. You should make fun of my building. I'm like, oh yeah, it's fine. Fine. Great. Sorry. Oh no, it's getting bad too. He hates you. He hates your guts. He wants you fired. Wait, what? Huh? Fast forward after the deed is done. I get Joel in the studio for BBL. Hey Joel, did you ever want me fired? No. I go, Joel, they told me that I said to them, Joel, that I wanted to contact you to straighten this all out. Would you have accepted that call? Yes. Well, they told me that you didn't want to speak with me. That's a lie. Oh, okay. Weird. But that's crazy. Huh. Really strange. It's almost like they, I don't know, used your phone call as like a springboard to cut a salary. Weird. That is so nuts. Ah, well. Water under the bridge, as they say. The Deltaplex is no more. But Joel still has the pants. He still has the pants, to be sure. All right. For you folks that are enjoying the show on the almighty Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, I'm ending it. I'm going to click this thing, and then that's it. Show over. If you want the rest of it, you must go to Twitch. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. It says right at the bottom. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, and click the follow button. That way, when I go live every day at 8-ish, you will know, and we can enjoy the day. You can minimize the screen. It's perfect. You can listen live while you're doing whatever it is to start your day. Okay? So thank you, and I will see you over there. Don't be a stranger. Come up with your little username, some smart-ass comment, and join the fun and insult your old pal Eric Zane. Talk to you tomorrow on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.